Welcome to the Trekking History channel on YouTube. It's been a year since we started this channel, and I wanted to jump on here and explain what we're doing, how we've been doing, and first of all, to thank all of the 787 subscribers that have jumped on board. I thank you for that. I'm working to get 1,000 subscribers, to tell you the truth. And this channel is what they call a niche channel. It's not for the general audiences. It's for a select group of trekking history enthusiasts like you that want to know more about the industry and the history. And that's why I do what I do. But it's being a niche channel like we are, it takes a while to get up to 1,000 subscribers. It really does. One thing about being such a niche channel with a select group of people that are trekking enthusiasts and love Fallen Flag trekking companies is the age of the audience here. I check my stats a lot, and more than 80% of you are over the age of 65. The rest of my audience is between 55 and 64. I have very few people under the age of 55 looking at this channel. I don't know why. I try to present a wide range of topics to try to lure the younger people, but apparently they just don't like trekking history. But you guys do, and I appreciate that. So the 787 subscribers I have, thank you. And you know who you are. Speaking of subscribers, and I appreciate all your comments, I really do. Some of you, I do know, watch every video I've put out, and I've put out more than 110 videos in the past year. But some of you comment on every video, and I appreciate that. You know who you are. A lot of you comment sporadically, and that's fine. But I do try to get back with all of you. And if I miss you and don't thank you for your comments or respond or reply or whatever, it's not you. I spend so much time researching for this channel that sometimes the little things get away from me. So if I don't respond to you, it's not you. Okay? Keep the comments coming. But, I've got comments from all over. A day or two ago, I had a comment from someone in Ireland. Thank you from across the pond. But I've got viewers in United States, Canada, Ireland, Australia, and a few other countries. So I thank you for that. But it's been a year. 110 videos have been put on here. And I just wanted to tell you about what we've been doing. For those of you that are new, go back to see some of the videos. The first video we did was History of Branch Motor Express Part 1. And that was a year ago and maybe 3 days. Then a few days later, I did the second part of Branch Motor Express history. Let me tell you why I chose Branch first. Branch, of all the Fallen Flag trekking companies that have long gone, Branch has always been my favorite. There's a reason for that. I grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina, where Branch had their 4th or 5th largest break bulk terminal on Patterson Street. So I lived close enough to it that I could pass by every day and see the activity that was going on. And through the years, I saw them grow from the first fleet that I saw them have was the first generation Ford W Series COEs, then the second generation. Then they went to international Transtars for a while, not long. Then they went to White Road Commander, first generation. They never did go to the second generation of Road Commanders. I don't know why. But after the White Road Commanders, they went to the first generation GMC. then the second generation GMC. Then they went to Kenworth, the K-Series COEs. For those of you up in the northern part of the country that remember Branch, all of the cab-over engine sleepers were domiciled out of Greensboro, which was their southern headquarters for Branch. When Branch acquired Morgan Trucking Company in the early 1960s, Morgan had COEs because they went from Greensboro to New York. They had sleeper teams. So Branch adopted that and used them out of Greensboro until they died. So that's why I like Branch. I grew up around them, so that naturally they were my favorite. And that's why the first two videos I put out were of Branch. Then I posted a video of Branch trucks through the years and how, you know, throughout the years, the models that they used and pictures of the trucks. That was a very good video. That generated 1.3 thousand views. That taught me something. You guys love to look at truck pictures. In fact, I did a video collage of McLean Trucking Company, and that got 16,000 views. Pilot Freight Carriers truck pictures, almost 3,000 views. And on and on and on. I did one of Associated Transport. I did one of Denver Chicago Trucking Company. Every time I post pictures of nothing but trucks, you guys gobble it up like crazy, and I appreciate that. And I'll do them as much as I can. In fact, the last few videos I did, Remembering Acres Motor Lines, that was a month ago. 4.4 thousand views. Consolidated Freightways, 7,000 views. Pacific Intermountain Express, 3,500. Roadway, 5,000. Hey, y'all are gobbling this stuff up. But you know, trucking history is not just looking at truck pictures. I know we all can look at truck pictures all day long on Facebook and Google. One of the reasons I started this channel was to provide history beyond just looking at the truck pictures. You look at a truck, I mean, for instance, let's say that I keep using Branch as an example, and I'm sorry, but for those of you who look at truck pictures and see Branch on Google or Facebook post, I want to go beyond just the truck pictures. I want to know where the company operated at, their history, who they acquired through the years, the ins and outs, you know, the little and the big things about the company. And that's what we do here. I provide the history, who ran them, the problems the company had, the good parts of the company, the bad parts, what made them shut down. And that's trucking history that I thrive on. I do a ton of research on just about every company you can think of. A lot of them you haven't heard of. That's another thing. I go back way early in trucking history, from when it started, when trucks first appeared on the roads, when trucks couldn't go more than 20 miles an hour, when they were first taking over the teams of horse and wagons that were used in what they called teaming. That's the term of trucking before motor trucks, teaming, and that's where the Teamsters got their name, because they wanted to represent those horse-drawn wagon companies that were driven by the men called Teamsters. That's where the name came from. So I do a lot of research from then to now. So a lot of my posts and videos on YouTube are early trucking history, like the 20s and the 30s when it was just getting started. I've done videos on the early certificates that were handed out by the states long before the ICC. You know, the states regulated trucks before the Interstate Commerce Commission did. First, the states regulated those intrastate carriers, the ones that just stayed in the state. And then as trucking got to be more interstate through one or two more states, the states started regulating those interstate carriers, regardless of if they stopped in a particular state. If you went through the state, they wanted to regulate you. And I bring that kind of history up too. So that's the kind of things that we do here. What can you expect from this channel? More of the same. I've done. I've got a lot of companies that you've never heard of from the 20s and 30s that I want to bring the history of. Recent one I did was on Denny Motor Freight, Denny Motor Transfer, and how they got big and they went bankrupt and they reorganized and they were gobbled up by Commercial Motor Freight of Indiana. I bring that kind of history to you. There's a lot left to do. I mean, okay, trucking, the history of common carriers is like a giant puzzle with all these jigsaw pieces all over the place. And my job is to connect them into a way so that I connect from the earliest history of a company as it gets gobbled up into a bigger company, and that company gets gobbled up to the point where you have companies like Consolidated Freightways, Roadway Express, stuff like that. There's thousands and thousands of pieces to present to you, and that's what I do here. In your comments, you tell me what you want to see, and I'm getting to it. Don't think I'm just because I don't do a video of the next one after you suggest something that I've forgotten about you. I don't do that. It takes time because there's a lot of history here. So 3 things I want you to do. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. The more subscribers I get and the more comments you leave and the more thumbs up you give, liking the videos, the more this channel will be promoted by YouTube. You know, if nobody watches, YouTube is not going to promote it. So if you're watching, continue doing what you're doing. Hit the like button, leave comments, and subscribe. The more, the merrier, because YouTube will promote this channel. And I get reports on how this channel is promoted with other videos, and you'd be amazed how many people are seeing this channel. So I appreciate it. Second thing I want you to do is to tell your friends about this channel. You know, anytime you've got friends that like trucks or whatever, even if they don't, tell them about the channel. Help me grow. I appreciate it. And the third thing, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. This channel is set up to accept donations. It's called Super Fans or Super Chats or whatever. But anyway, at the bottom of the video, you'll see a little heart with a $sign on it. If you so feel inclined to donate, that's how you do it. You don't have to. I've got the website I told you about, lessthan-truckload.com, where I started my trucking history 11, 12 years ago. And from that, I put it on autopilot and started this. I get donations through that sporadically. So, you know, it's available, but I don't look for it. But those are the 3 things I ask all of you to do. And keep watching, because I've got so much information to share with you. It's unbelievable. And the only reason I don't do it every day is because when I do a video, I want it to be as good as it can be. My research is my own. I do not use artificial intelligence on here. Never have, never will. I did a video on one time when I did, as a test, I put in the Google search, what was Branch Motor Express Company named after? And I knew the answer because I've known the answer for 12 years because it's on my other website and it's on this one too. The answer Google gave me was Branch was founded by Clarence E. Branch. Wrong. There was never a Mr. Branch connected with Branch Motor Express. Branch was named after a stream that ran close to their office when they first opened in 1919 in Perkasie, Pennsylvania. So after I disputed that and gave them the source of where my information came from, you know what Google did? They corrected it. Yay! So, you know, don't depend on AI for everything. And if you do a Google search, trust the source before you trust Google 100%. Like, if you see anything from Google that you're doing a trekking history search on and you see that the source is from lessthan-truckload-history.com, trust it. It's me, okay? And I do my research. And I'm not going to tell you where all my research comes from because I don't want you to go there and eliminate seeing me here, okay? I have no secrets, but, you know, that's kind of like a trade secret. So, you know, but that's all I've got to cover today. Let me know in the comments if you like this video of where we've come from and where we're going. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.